Oh man, I really want to be part of the superhero group. I mean, I've tried out a bunch of times for a few different ones and just never get the call back. But I know this time's going to be my time. It's going to be my time.
Okay. You need to just calm down.
I can't help it. I'm just so excited.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you wanna calm down, just chill out for a minute. What you should do is listen to the Pod Bros Network.
The Pod Bros Network.
Yeah, they've got tons of different podcasts. They've got stuff about video games, stuff about movies. They've even got Pencil and Ink Reviews, which is one about comic books, which is about superheroes, which is what you are.
Oh, there's a podcast I can be on, huh?
Sure. I mean, you'd have to chill out a bit, but okay.
Sweet. I'm going to download those right now.
All right. Sounds good.
So, what's your superpower, by the way?
Oh, me, I say sentences that are slightly homoerotic. I like penis.
Maybe we should just listen to the Pod Bros Network.
I like penis. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard!
And I am Sean.
And we're speaking the language of romance. Sean, we're going to talk about something that might depress some people. It might anger some people, but I feel like it's something we have to talk about, and that is politics.
Yeah, we are not a political show. We don't like to pick sides, but I think it's time. It's an election year. I think it's time we state what we mean here by at Language of Romance. Put our, what do they say when you
We're going to put our hat in the ring.
Yeah.
No, we're going to put our endorsement.
Yeah. Language of Bromance today is going to endorse somebody. And there's going to be some people out there that are not happy.
No. And they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be because, he's not the candidate that we want, but he's probably the candidate that we need. Today, we're also going to do a little bit of traveling. We're going to go all the way to the country of Ukraine.
Ukraine. Our next candidate that we want to endorse is going to come from the Ukraine.
That's right. And this candidate, now pause for dramatic effect. This candidate is a see, I was going to say that I was going to bury the lead. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I can edit that out. Sorry.
This candidate who has run for public office, he was nominated by a political party called the Internet Party.
Who doesn't love the Internet Party?
Everyone loves the Internet Party. Everyone loves an Internet Party. I get ads all the time asking me if I want to join an Internet Party. If I knew this was there, if I knew this was what they were talking about, I would have signed up ages ago.
I click the button and all of a sudden my computer doesn't work anymore, but, whatever. I just think it's loading the party.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I've signed up, right?
My invite's in the mail?
It's probably in my email. I don't know. I can't open it.
My bank account's been locked for months.
They keep telling me that I'm due for a camera show. I assume that's an interview, right?
It says my mom loves it, so why not?
Oh, God. Oh, it just got dark. Speaking of dark, there we go. Whew. I'm going to right the ship. Speaking of dark, this candidate who was a man, but he has since changed his name, and his first and last name are now Darth Vader.
So some dude in the Ukraine has changed his name to Darth Vader.
Not only that, sir, he has legally changed his name to Darth Vader and run for public office. He had a candidacy as president of the Ukraine. He was running for president of the Ukraine. That candidacy failed, but you know what? Darth Vader's not going to let that get him down. He's a fighter. I mean, he lost both of his arms and both of his legs, so and he's still going strong.
Had burns all over his body, and
that's right.
He's kind of taken the chosen one a little too far, though, isn't he?
Not at all. He's hoping that he will be the chosen one in his new bid for mayor of Odessa.
Texas? Odessa, Texas?
No, not Odessa, Texas.
Oh.
We're still in the Ukraine. Although I would be totally fine if he ran for the mayor of Odessa, Texas. This is coming from a CBC story. It's called, the title is Darth Vader lives, and then parentheses, in Ukraine. So this man, Darth Mikolovich Vader, legally changed his name and is running for mayor of Odessa. Let's see the story. While Star Wars fans have waited 10 years for the next film in the next film installment in the franchise, residents of the Ukrainian port city of Odessa have become used to regular sightings of the original film's arch villain clad in his famous black helmet and cape. And there are so many pictures. I feel like I need to supplement this story has so many pictures that I feel like you could just create memes out of any of these pictures. I'm going to post some of these to Facebook. One is you see a picture of Darth Vader walking a couple dogs through the park.
So it seems kind of friendly. That's like a friendly Darth Vader.
He is. He seems quite friendly, And plus, I mean, dogs got to walk. Dogs got to go outside. Dogs need to walk. And so who better to take care of things around the house than Darth Vader? He's just a regular Joe.
I mean, the Darth Vader that we know from TV doesn't really care for the people around him. Is this a Darth Vader of the people?
You know what? I think it's kind of hit or miss because he is. It seems like he is a Darth Vader of the people, although he is not a Darth Vader for all the people.
Oh.
Let's see. He caused a stir in October with a run for the Odessa mayoral office. At one point, a supporter who was dressed as Chewbacca was kicked out of a polling station and then arrested for failing to provide the appropriate documents at a traffic stop.
When asked for comment, he went, that seems like the greatest thing I've ever seen. Some cops wrestle down a Wookiee.
That's right. There's a picture of it that got posted to Twitter. Oh, no, Ukrainian police posted this photo to their Instagram account, and it's two officers. No, three. There's one in the background. 3 officers that are escorting Chewbacca in handcuffs.
So this wasn't a trick that they're trying to play to infiltrate the Darth Vader campaign, was it? Maybe this Chewbacca's against this Darth Vader.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, like I said, I don't think he's a man for all the people. I think he's very anti-Wookiee.
Oh.
He's the Donald Trump of Wookiees. Let's see. His incarceration made the Twitter rounds. There's a tweet here. Chewbacca appeared in court today in Odessa and was fined $7.50.
Well worth it.
Yeah, right.
So the guy gets arrested as dressed as a Wookiee, trying to get into a poll, and then shows up to court like in a suit and tie and everything.
He shows up to court dressed as Chewbacca.
Because not?
This is accompanied with a photo of Chewbacca sitting at a table in a courtroom.
Oh man, I feel sorry for the person that has to type all that stuff out. Like, do you have any, Mr. Chewbacca? Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Where were you, Mr. Chewbacca, on the night of December the 15th? And the stenographer just throws her hands up like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do here?
The judge, who's a big Star Wars fan, is like, obviously sit on 10th and Broadway there, lady. Come on. I'll need to see you in my chambers after this. This is so unprofessional.
Do I need to find someone else to do this job? I'll find someone else to do this job. If you're not up to the task.
We can find a droid to do your job.
There's another picture here that says there was also a Vader who made a run for president last year as the leader of the Internet Party of Ukraine. There is no confirmation that this was Mikolovich Vader. Here's the candidate during a rally in front of the Ukraine Central Elections Commission in Kiev, and this is in April of 2014. So this has been going on for a while. I don't know how this got under the radar. I don't know how this got under our radar.
So is there just a bunch of random guys dressed as Vader? So is it essentially the same person just running as... They're all running under the idea of Darth Vader, but it's different people?
Oh, maybe it's like V for Vendetta.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Like they're all in Darth Vader suits. And they're playing like the 18 to like something blows up and because like there's that whole thing with Russia and the Ukraine. So like Maybe like, Russia's trying to take over the Ukraine, and then like people come out of their homes and they're all wearing Darth Vader suits. The 1812 overtures playing. No, it'd be John Williams. It'd have to be John Williams. Be the Imperial March.
Just millions of Darth Vaders walking out.
Like with bats and bricks. Ba 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 ba.
Randomly throughout, there's a couple of Wookiees.
Oh. And then there's a couple of Wookiees, and then the other Vaders are like, hey, it's fucking Wookiees! And then they get beat with the bats.
Becomes the Jets versus the Sharks. It's the Vaders versus the Wookiees.
Stop this whole Vader on Wookiee violence. Oh, it's so terrible.
So what kind of platform is he running under? Does it say?
I wanted to look up the platform of the Internet Party of Ukraine. I haven't gotten that far yet. Let's see.
Just imagine their speakers. The first thing we want to do is have every Wednesday be Star Wars Wednesday.
It'll be on all the theaters. It will be every citizen must mandatorily watch the trilogy. The first trilogy, not the prequels. Those goat balls, dude.
And everyone will have a date. No one will have to go by themselves like I had to at prom. Mom said she'd go with me, but I wanted an actual girl with real boobies.
Oh, now it got sad. Okay. The political power tends to create attractive investment conditions in Ukraine and reach a new level of economic development and technology. The purpose of the Internet Party is computerization of the entire country. That's not bad. They're like, hey, we want you guys to we need some computers around here. You guys need some internet access. I mean, we are the Internet Party after all.
Internet for everybody. An internet in every home.
Yeah.
No new dial-up. No new dial-up.
They have like phones with cords in their hands. They're holding them up. No ma bell. No ma bell. Elimination of bureaucracy in its negative sense. That's all something we can get behind. Who's a fan of bureaucracy? Not this guy.
Apparently not the Internet Party.
Not the Internet Party either. Transition to digital media and away from paperwork. So to cut down on paper costs and filing costs and stuff like that. Let's just do it all in computers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Save nature,
Yeah. I mean, who save a tree, more room for, we need to maintain our beautiful forests in the Ukraine. Let's see. Free PC courses and foreign languages for all citizens of Ukraine due to budget.
Okay, so get a little bit multicultural in there.
Yeah, they want they want to educate.
I wonder if it's just because they're tired of the stigma that they have. Like you always talk about that slutty Euro trash accent.
Yeah, they're probably
they're tired of having that stigma or a trashy Euro accent.
Yeah, they're like, we're not all Borat, goddammit.
We're putting Ukraine on the map.
We're putting Ukraine on that's our goal. But I mean, you got like, okay. Let's think about let's think about Ukraine for a second. This is a country that has been under communist rule for years. I mean, that was one of the countries. The Iron Curtain fell, and they were on the other side of it. So they've dealt with communism in a big bad way.
So are they just now seeing these Star Wars movies? Is that why they're picking up this Darth Vaderness?
Maybe they just got the original trilogy, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is what we've been missing."
You see this chick in the slave outfit? That none of our slaves had that.
Right? And they're like texting their friends, and they're texting like their uncle who immigrated to the US. Like, "Oh my God, I just saw the most amazing movie." And they're like, "Yeah, that's been out for 30 years, guy." Where have you been? In Ukraine. That's where I've been. We had porridge. You know how long we had porridge? We had porridge for 12 years.
Every day porridge. That's all we had.
It was like Oliver Twist with a not good ending.
What'd you have? Well, we had porn every day. That was kind of our thing.
Yeah, we had porn, and sometimes I ate a hot dog.
And there was, McDonald's every day if I wanted, or Pizza Hut. I mean, I had everything I wanted over here. It's kind of nice.
That's a good point. Like aside from, they didn't really have food in Star Wars either. Like you never saw them eat.
That's a good point.
Well, No, Yoda made food in Empire. He made food that they ate. And then Luke had his blue milk.
Was that just like protein that they could drink or whatever?
Who knows what the fuck it is? It's blue milk. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a balanced meal. If it was like Slim Fast but blue. Shut up and drink your blue Slim Fast. I don't know. But yeah, and then in Empire, then Yoda made Luke like a stew. But other than that, like you never see him eat.
Well, in the prequels, didn't they go to a diner? There was food there.
Yeah, but nobody was eating. Like, the characters weren't eating it. They just
That's a good
came into
point.
bullshit.
Maybe you don't need to eat when you're a Jedi. The Force fills you.
Yeah, maybe. Food for thought, huh?
Yeah.
See what I did there? 7. Okay, the party also wants 7 taxes instead of 98 taxes.
Oh, geez.
Apparently, there are 98 taxes on the people of the Ukraine.
So what's the 7 they want?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm going off Wikipedia here, which is always a source for very reliable information.
That's where we find all our good stuff.
You know, it's interesting. Like, do you remember when you were a kid and you had to do a book report, and they were always like, at the time, like, computers were just starting to kind of come into the whole form of finding research, and teachers were always like, at least this is when I was in school, like, you had to do a report on something, and they're like, you can look up sources on the internet, but you can't use Wikipedia.
Well, we always had, it's so interesting you think about it now, because the teacher's like, you can use the internet, but it can only be 1 or 2 of your sources. That's it. The rest of them have to come from these books.
Yeah, they have to come from real books.
That, will never go out of date. A thing called an encyclopedia.
Because if it's in print, you can't lie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And also, was the internet that scary a place then? Or was it just that was rife with misinformation?
Probably a little bit of that. It was new.
Is it just the teachers were scared?
It was new. Teachers, all those teachers, they did all their research through encyclopedias and books like that, I'd assume. Because all my teachers, like in grade school and junior high, a majority of them were like super, super old. Like they probably barely even touched a computer.
Yeah, mine too. But now, use sources on the internet. But even then, people are still distrustful of Wikipedia, which I find interesting because, like, whenever I go to look, like, if I'm looking something up, I usually go to Wikipedia.
I know a lot of people get mad when they do a search if Wikipedia is not the first thing that comes up. I thought they said that they had a really, really good algorithm to catch things that are fake. So they have a pretty good job of doing that, because I think, like, you have to have a source.
Yeah, you have to cite if you're editing a page, then you have to cite what the edit is. Like, you have to list a tangible thing that it comes from. Although I will say that the tangible thing can be whatever. Like, okay, if I say to you that in Ukraine everybody walks with shoes on their hands, then someone can go and edit Wikipedia and say that and type that and cite this podcast. So there you go.
So I can cite Shaun of the Dead on, like, the dog Wikipedia page and say they can't look up.
You could. I don't know. It was just a thought that popped through my head. Like, but Wikipedia is where I go. Like, I'm thinking, like, oh, I need to find out what the platform is of the Internet Party of Ukraine. I'll look on Wikipedia. The Internet Party also wants a single income tax of 25%, which I'm assuming is low for them. I'm sure they have a very high income tax.
And maybe that just equals out. So I don't know if they tax higher income more or lower income more, and that almost becomes a flat tax, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So right now, this is all stuff I can get behind. They're like, hey, we want to educate our people and pay less taxes. We're Americans. We fought a revolution.
Over what? 2% on tea?
Yeah, over taxes. So maybe the guys that had thrown the tea into Boston Harbor should have dressed up as Darth Vader.
Maybe. Yeah, there we go.
And then this world would be a much different place. Because now I'm picturing, like, George Washington with like a black hood over his head.
In a Darth Vader outfit.
Yes, I chopped down the cherry tree.
Yes, patriots, let the hate flow.
The platform goes on about VAT tax, and they want a ban on sale of GM products in the Ukraine. Now, I don't know if that refers to cars.
Isn't that the kind of like genetically modified foods? GM foods?
Oh, yeah. Wow, I feel stupid.
So they say they don't want cars in the Ukraine. I mean, I don't know how they're going to get around, but sure. I guess they're okay with Fords, but not General Motors.
Because we're the Empire, and the Empire drives Fords, by God.
I wish we both didn't realize that GM was genetically modified food, so we could have talked about that for 40 minutes. And then the first tweet we get's like, "You dumbass, it's genetically modified foods." Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
We need to figure out wherever they're having their protests for GM foods here in America and protest that with like saying, "Down with GM cars."
Drive Ford.
Oh, shit, that'd be hilarious.
Vader drives Ford, and so should you.
No, I know Russia. I think they're having a big push to not have genetically modified foods.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy picturing a Focus that's designed to look like a TIE fighter. Like you put like little wings on the side of a Ford Focus,
and the horn just goes pew 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 pew.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's been a time or two where, because I have the soundtrack to Return of the Jedi on CD, and there's been a couple times where I've played it in the car, and then I start to drive faster and faster, and I'm by myself, and while I'm doing it, I'm making spaceship noises. I'm in the car and the music's playing. I'm like,
taking your daughter to class. She's like, "Can you just drop me like 6 blocks from school, Dad? I'll walk." No, princess, I gotta get you to the school safely.
We have to safely deliver you to high school. Yeah, help me, Dad. You're my only hope. Just drop me off here. All right there, Obi-Wan. Let's just tone it down. Obi-Wan didn't fly the ship. I'm letting you off here.
Kick the music on. Is that your dad? No. God, no.
No. That's a weird uncle. Let's see. The Internet Party was founded by Dmitry Gublov. The party claims to be the first internet party in the world, and its slogan is "Electronic Government Against Bureaucracy."
That sounds kind of, all right, I'm seeing a trend here. So they want a electronic government. Vader is their spokesman. This is very much seeming like the evil empire.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Next they're gonna start having these councils and start giving themselves a little bit more power. I don't know. I smell a rebellion coming.
Would you? Okay, so let's say hypothetically that Darth Vader had won the presidency. Then would we move to the Ukraine and be rebels? And if we did, would we be arrested?
Well, the bad thing is I think that area there really are rebels fighting an actual realistic war.
Right.
So if we go over there and be like, "Hey, we're Luke and Han. We're here for the rebel.
We're rebels too." And they're like, here's your AK-47. You're like, this isn't a blaster.
This can really hurt somebody. Is that a live grenade?
Can't hold this. Holy shit, there's bullets. They're shooting bullets at us. Hey, you don't have blasters. They're shooting bullets.
Rich, I think we're way over our head. Yeah, I agree. Should we shoot back? Fuck no, let's go hide. Let's go dress as Princess Leia. Maybe they'll treat us good.
This is a revolution, isn't it, Sean? Yeah, it is.
This is nothing like the movies.
We're going to die in Eastern Europe, aren't we? Yeah, more than likely.
Did you bring the recorder? Yeah. Okay, we'll hit play.
A man named Darth Vader was a candidate at the 25th of May, 2014 Kiev mayoral election and the Odessa mayoral election of the same day for the party. In 2014, the Ukrainian parliamentary election, the party let Darth Vader alongside other Star Wars characters such as Chewbacca, Padme Amidala, and Yoda run for seats in the Ukrainian parliament.
That's so awesome that, it's like, okay, you can vote for Darth Vader, the Wookiee, or Mickey Mouse. Which one do you want to pick?
Well, I mean, it's like when you were in school, did they do like mock elections, like for president and stuff like that?
I think I can't remember what grade did it, but there's a year I was in 6th grade, and 8th grade is when you have to do the whole government, test and all that stuff. And when I was in 6th grade, I think that's when the elections were happening, the presidential election. So I think they held kind of a mock election there. So you'd be like, oh, do you want to vote for, I can't remember who the presidents were at that point. Do you want to vote for person A or person B? And I mean, as an 8th grader, you're like, oh, I'll vote for this person because they are cool. It's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. But then you have like I was one of the collection of smartasses that would write in something at the bottom. Like you write in Mickey Mouse and, put an X on it.
That's a mouse I can trust.
Right. But the funny thing is that actually happens and those votes get counted. And so if you actually look at a breakdown of elections, you'll see that like, 1% of the vote went to Mickey Mouse and 1% of the vote went to, Jesus or whatever.
Well, I think I don't remember what it is, but in the States, I believe if a vote is like that, it looks malicious or isn't a realistic vote. Like, I think if you vote for Jesus, your whole ballot is considered invalid because, like, that's not an actual live person. And I think even if you write yourself in, you could probably get your votes all thrown out.
Yeah. But, people change their names all the time, especially here. So I bet if I wrote in Darth Vader and put an X on it, I bet there's a guy that's actually named Darth Vader. I mean, what are the odds? I'm guessing it's pretty high.
I would assume so, yeah. I mean, if somebody in the Ukraine's changed their name, I'm sure somebody here has.
Yeah. So there's a guy somewhere in this country named Darth Vader. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute.
Try and get him on the show.
So you're Darth Vader? Yeah. What do you do? I sell cars. I bet they're Fords, right? They got to be Fords.
I'm totally against GMs. He's like, yeah, I sell Toyotas.
GMs, those are rebel cars. You're like, so how are your kids? And then he's like, kids. And then you're like, oh, shit.
It's like, listen, I got drunk in college one night and I went in and filled out a form. That's why I'm Darth Vader. That's not a very inspirational story. I thought maybe somebody said you were the chosen one. Your real name was Anakin. And
they're like, well, can't you change it back? He's like, no, they told me I have to live with it.
That's my punishment.
They told me it's my fuck up. You're on punishment.
3 times a year I have to go on a nerd podcast and talk about it.
So thanks, guys.
That's my community service. I don't even like Star Wars.
You're like, well, let's wrap the show up here. Okay, I'm not even to the cool part of this entire CBC story.
Okay, yeah, so we learned about the internet party, what the Darth Vader guy was running for.
Right, and like I said, it was complemented with a lovely bunch of pictures. There's a picture here of Darth Vader helping an old man off a bus.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Oh, that's great.
Like, wouldn't life be great if you could dress up as your favorite character every single day?
Right?
Like, think about that. If I could go to work every day dressed as Casey Jones, that would be awesome.
You just walk around with a hockey stick. I bet you wouldn't get fucked with. Like, the boss would come in and be like, I need those report. Oh. And you're just sitting there. Yeah, you're just holding it in your hand, like, just, like, smacking it into your hand. Like, you need what? Nothing. You
need some vigilance? You need some vigilance? I can do that for you, boss. Why is HR calling me? Is there something bad going on? I got to fight crime? I'm there.
Okay, so now I'm on to the cool part. This happened in October. Some Odessa residents, meanwhile, clearly prefer the evil galactic empire to communism of the past. In October, artist Alexander Milov refashioned a monument to Soviet revolutionary leader Vladimir Lenin into a statue of Darth Vader.
Oh, nice. So you got people defacing public property for this guy.
Well, not even that. Like, I'm thinking, like, you see those revolution pictures where like they're tearing down the statue. So like, you see these guys and they have this communist dictator, Lenin, and they're throwing ropes around it, and like there's people with torches and pitchforks, and they're yanking on these ropes, and they pull the statue down, and they go to push another statue up, and it's fucking Darth Vader.
Well, so what they do is, because they're nerds, so they pull down this expensive marble statue that breaks on contact. And what they put up a cardboard Vader's one. It's like, it will be okay until it rains.
Look at it. It's beautiful. But it's kind of like how like you see in like when we were in Iraq and we, like the statue of Saddam Hussein got torn down, and then all the people like ran up on it and they were like beating it with their shoes.
Yeah.
So like imagine that, like this, statue of this evil leader, and it gets torn down, and they're like, yeah, we finally won, communism is beaten, put up our heroes, and up comes Darth Vader.
That'd be awesome.
And not only that, but I mean in a way you got to think like they're replacing a statue of a communist dictator with a statue of Darth Vader, who symbolized the galactic empire.
Somebody didn't read their history books a little close, did they?
Oh, and there's a picture here of it, and it looks awesome. Actually, it looks fucking badass because like he's standing there. The statue has him standing there, and they got like his cape like kind of billowing in the wind.
So did they pull down the old statue, or did they modify it to make it look like Darth Vader?
The story here says they pulled it down. Oh no, they refashioned it.
Gotcha.
Which I would have loved to see that transformation.
Well, it seems like that'd be a lot of work. So either they really didn't care about the statue, or they just, I don't know, did a little bit at a time, and before you knew it, it was completely done.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, oh, we're just over here cleaning the statue again. It's like, those guys are over there like every day cleaning that statue.
Yeah. It's like vandalism, but on a really awesome scale. Those guys have been cleaning that statue for 2 months.
What's the chisel for? Well, we got to get all the dirt out.
Yeah, it's a deep clean. The deep clean. Oh, well, as long as you're being thorough. Oh, we're thorough. 2 months later, it's like, hey, they cleaned the statue. Holy shit.
We're getting fired, aren't we, Vlad? Yeah, we are. You want to get a selfie with it real quick? Yeah, we better.
But then see now the next thing that's gonna happen is there's gonna be like a big revolution, and then that statue's gonna get pulled down, and they're gonna put up a statue of Luke Skywalker.
Well, see, what's gonna be great? No, see, this statue's gonna last for millennia, and billions of years from now, when the aliens come and they land in the Ukraine and they go and see the statue, like, oh, look at this. This must have been one of their leaders. Must have been of importance.
Or like thousands of years from now, when civilizations have crumbled to dust, then there's gonna be like archaeologists are gonna be doing a dig, and they're like, oh, we found this. We found an ancient statue.
So they find that, they're gonna be like, this matches statues we found in America and all over the place. This must have been their god.
It looks like he was revered worldwide. Here we go. Interesting thing about statuary, and this isn't in the story. This is actually pulled from my own knowledge. There's a cathedral inside Washington, D.C. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a very famous cathedral where they have masses, they have services where like presidents attend and things like that. And situated around the church are different types of gargoyles, and the gargoyles represent all sorts of things. But one of the gargoyles on this church is Darth Vader.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I can't for the life of me remember the name of the church, but yeah, I know it's in Washington D.C.
So who put this up? Do you know?
I don't know who it was commissioned by.
Or was it kind of an under the radar thing?
It's well, it's not like a full on statue. It's like it's just his head, but it's set as one of the gargoyles.
Okay.
It's located at the Washington National Cathedral.
Just some guy fucking with everybody. So there's a gargoyle, it's Darth Vader. There's one that's Bill Murray.
Be like, that's Peter Venkman, Bill Murray. That's not like Lost in Translation, Bill Murray. In the 1980s, during the construction of the Northwest Tower, Christopher Rader won third place in the National Geographic World Magazine Contest for Children with his drawing of Darth Vader. The fierce head was sculpted by J. Hall Carpenter, and the stone carver was Patrick J. Plunkett. The Darth Vader grotesque is very difficult to be seen with the naked eye, and a binocular is generally needed to spot it. But yeah, Washington National Cathedral. It's one of those types of gargoyles that's used to like deflect rainwater.
Okay.
So I don't know if like rainwater actually like pours out of the mask.
Just imagine like some nerds out there like, yes, let the hate flow. Let the rainwater flow. Dude, you say that all the time. Get over it.
Yeah.
It's still funny.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, you said you were just getting to the good part about this guy who's running as Darth Vader.
So he had the good part is the fact that he has his visage immortalized in stone, not only in the US but also as a very to scale statue in the middle of Odessa, Ukraine. Oh, the best part about this statue, and I don't know if that's also not in the story, but I found it someplace else, and I can't for the life of me remember where I found it. But the statue is also a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Oh, so the internet party is really, really behind their namesake, huh?
That's right.
So they go in, they modify this communist leader's statue to be Darth Vader, and then they stick a Wi-Fi router in it.
Because Darth Vader's a man of the people.
There you go.
He provides free Wi-Fi.
Wonder what's the Wi-Fi name, you think?
Oh, it's gotta be like Galactic, and it's gotta be like Empire Network or something.
Or Death Star 1.
Yeah.
Or, Skywalker sucks is the password.
Skywalker eats dicks. Let's see. Vader took the loss hard, but he still holds hope for a top job. In an interview with Reuters in December, Darth Vader said he was taking things slowly after his recent election loss, but had not abandoned hope of gaining a top government job.
Could you imagine? I'm guessing he did all this dressed up as Darth Vader.
Of course he did.
Could you imagine being able to do that in your daily job? Just you get to show up as Darth Vader every day.
Oh,
you talk in the Darth Vader
would that
voice.
Not be the best. You put the little modulator in.
You go into Subway. Would you like cheese? What kind of bread do you want?
Something liquid.
Wheat, please. Flatbread because I have a gluten allergy.
When not campaigning, this is beautiful. I feel like this is the thing that ties it all together. When not campaigning for public office, Vader enjoys embroidery, home improvement, and caring for his golden retriever in the apartment he shares in Odessa with his wife and children. And it's followed by a picture of Darth Vader ironing his cape.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
So, Darth Vader doing embroidery. That can go tons of places. Do you like my cross stitch?
He cross stitches Padme all over the place. This one lost love.
Yeah, this is honestly, and his wife is like, look, okay, he dresses as Vader. I get it. But, the only reason he does this is because he's got a thing for Natalie Portman. I do not.
Whatever, honey. Go back to ironing your cape.
Whatever. Son of a bitch. Stop watching Where the Heart Is.
I wonder, you gotta, God bless that woman, because she's definitely putting up with a lot. I mean, if you're married or dating a cosplayer, that's probably one thing. But if you have to deal with a cosplayer like 100% of the time, he probably goes to bed in his Darth Vader outfit, makes love in his Darth Vader outfit.
Hey, baby, want to fool around? Wait a minute, aren't you all burnt? No, it didn't get that part. I thought it did. I mean, that fire was all over you. God damn it, it's just a costume. I knew it.
No.
Not tonight, honey. No.
What are we having for dinner tonight? Goulash? No. God damn it, Tom. Will you stop with all the knowing? No. I want a divorce.
No.
Oh, shit. You could have a whole just show doing that at random times. He's driving and he hits a red light. No.
Oh, I think I just figured out the next sketch.
He goes in for like McDonald's and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're out of chicken patties." No. That's way too funny. I think that's funnier than it should be.
Totally lost my train of thought.
No.
There was so I was trying to think of like other lines he could use, like, like he's like, well, she's like, can you go to the store? I need milk, I need eggs, and I need a bag of flour. You're not writing any of this down. He's like, I'll remember it. No, you won't. Write it down. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, man. God bless that woman. She's got to put up with so much.
Well, not only that, you got the kids, too.
Oh, getting dropped off by your dad dressed in a Darth Vader outfit. Parent-teacher conferences, he goes in that outfit.
Tries to sit down in one of those little chairs.
Teacher's like, all right, so little Susie's having a little trouble,
She's gets in the little desk and he goes to stand up and he can't get out.
Well, I just think she's like going on about how Susie's having a little trouble in school. And he's like, she's doing just fine in school. Tries to do the mind trick. And lady's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Susan's getting all A's. No, she's got 2 B's and a C. She needs to study a little more. She studies just enough. She doesn't study enough.
No, she doesn't. Her fractions are not. This is going nowhere. Why are you waving your hand at me? Why are you clenching a fist at me?
Honey, we have to go.
I'm choking you. No, I'm.
Do I need to call security? And then comes a Wookiee.
I'm choking you. Do you feel choked? There's like a tickle in your throat right now, right? A little. No. And then he goes to stand up and he gets stuck in the chair. No.
He gets up and falls over in it. And his wife is just like, I am so sorry about this. I am so sorry. I'm embarrassed. And I just, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Yeah. Get up, Darth. You actually call him Darth? No, he changed his name to Darth.
He doesn't answer to Vlad anymore. It's so annoying.
So okay. So if you could dress up as anybody for the rest of your life, and that's who you would be, would you pick a Ninja Turtle?
I would say Casey Jones, but that would be too. No one would probably be like, "Oh, that's Casey Jones." It'd just be like, "Oh, that's a creep in a hockey outfit."
Yeah, they actually, their first thought would be like, "Oh my God, it's Jason."
Yeah, I'm not. Yes, he'd spend 30 minutes explaining. No, I'm not Jason. I'm Casey Jones. Like Indiana Jones or the dude from Casey at Bat? No, it's
not that guy.
Damn it!
Like there's no joy in Mudville. No, oh, okay. Look, Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I love that show.
Okay, there's a guy that's with them, but he's not really with them because he's kind of a loner. but he wears a hockey mask and he uses sports implements as ways to hurt people.
You know, you got to understand what a crumpet is to understand cricket. No, doesn't ring a bell?
No.
Knew I should have dressed up as a turtle.
And then you get back from the store and Tiffany's like, why did you take so long? Well, I had to explain to the cashier that I'm not Jason.
And then I went to the bank wearing the mask, and that did not go over well.
And I had to explain to the officer, like, no, it's from not Casey at Bat. It's
really difficult to do with your hands cuffed in the back of a squad car.
I'm like, look, see my hockey stick.
And then the Darth Vader guy walks by and goes, no.
And the cop's like, oh, Star Wars, I love that.
God damn it, every time I get a shitty movie and no one understands my cosplay. No, I think I would have to dress up as Leonardo, just because, one, everybody would know who you are, and you get to talk cowabunga talk all the time, so that would be fun. But every time at lunch, everybody would be like, so where do we want to go for lunch today? They would never ask me.
Then you're like, pizza!
Party on! Radical, dude!
Yeah, why don't you ride by yourself?
I'll ride my skateboard. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I guess, yeah, so I mean, obviously mine would be a turtle, so since we're kind of in the Star Wars realm, would yours be Darth Vader, or what would you dress up as?
Darth Vader, I mean, like, seeing all this stuff about Darth Vader, it's pretty tempting.
You should look up to see how many Darth Vaders there are in the States and see about getting your name legally changed.
Darth Richard Vader. What's up? I don't think it would work, though, because they'd be like, what's up, everybody? I'm Darth?
They're like, Garth? Are they, what the hell's going on? No, Darth. From Star Wars, it was a movie. I don't get it.
Like, oh, I haven't seen those. No!
I want to see how that conversation would go with you and Amanda. Like, all right, so I got these forms. I'm changing my name. Like, what's the second one for? Well, guess who's going to be Padme? You talk to your kids. It's like, all right, son, you're going to be Luke now, and you're going to be Leia. And the kids are like, no!
It's like, what? Dad, I mean, I like the movies and everything, but isn't this a bit much? I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It's like, you kids, don't ruin this for me, kids. I have one chance at being Darth Vader.
All right, suck me dry. Crying. There's nothing sadder than watching Darth Vader cry inside his mask.
Your mom stops by. She just came on a whim to say hi to everybody, and she's like, "Oh my god, is he trying to get the name change thing again?" Oh, just let him cry.
He did this when he was 12
and 13, and again at 16. When he didn't get a date to prom when he was 18, yeah, he did it then too.
He just stood in the yard for hours going, no.
There was one day at Christmas for an hour and a half, he kept saying, I did take the trash out. I did take the trash out. Finally, your dad just took it out just to shut him up.
While he stood there and clenched his fist. I think he was trying to choke us with the Force.
The most embarrassing thing was when he heard him in the bathroom all by himself for an hour going,
Okay, you know what? I gotta say, that one I'm probably guilty of.
Spoiler alert, he wasn't playing with a lightsaber.
Guilty.
Oh, it's gross.
So I feel like we should land this baby. So we've got Darth Vader. I think this is a response to the Ukrainian people. They're looking, they've been under this communist rule. They're looking for a leader. I think that's all this boils down to.
Well, really what they're showing the silliness of politics. I mean, anybody can go in there and make up, their version of what they are. This is a dude saying, hey, I actually want to be Darth Vader. I'm going to follow the teachings of Darth Vader. You know why? Because it's an awesome show. It's fun. I'm for the people. I help older guys off the bus, I got this beautiful golden retriever that I take care of. And you know who else I want to take care of? I want to take care of you, the internet party. That's what I'm about. Guess what? Free Wi-Fi over here. Let's do this.
Wow, you just I feel like I just watched a commercial.
Darth Vader, for the people, by the people. Not endorsed by George Lucas.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's taken this character and just, he's perverted it.
I saw this thing. It was like 2 or 3 days ago, and it fucking. I was sitting with my wife when we were watching. It was this documentary. It was an interview that Bill Moyers had with George Lucas, and this was right before the release of Episode 1. And he sat down with this interview with George Lucas, and they were just basically talking about like the in general themes of Star Wars and things like that. And Bill Moyers asked George Lucas a question or makes a statement about something, and George just fires off with this fucking response that just like floored me and left me speechless. And it's about Darth Vader. And he said, Bill Moyers was like, when you talk to children and you ask kids out of the these original movies, when you ask kids what character they most identify with or what character they like the most, they all say Darth Vader. He's like, why do you think that is? And without missing a fucking beat, George is like, well, because children are essentially powerless. Because children are powerless and they gravitate towards power. They like the feeling of being powerful. And I was like, holy shit.
Well, I guess the reason for that would be because you would think they would gravitate towards Luke because Luke has a lot of power.
Yeah, you would think that Luke would be the one that they would relate to because elements of Luke would resonate.
But in most of your, good versus evil, they're pretty much on a level playing field from the beginning. But it took Luke 3 movies to really get up to be able to fight Darth Vader.
Right.
That's actually a pretty interesting thought.
Yeah, and like I said, he just rattled it off like without even thinking twice about it. Like it was just some like off the cuff thing remark he made, and I heard it and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he has to live and dream those shows and movies.
I haven't seen his opinion. I haven't seen his complete opinion on the new movie. I know he's seen it, and from what I've understood, he's seen it and he thought it was okay. Like he thought it was good, but I don't know like in detail what he thinks about it. I'd be curious to know that.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting thought because I mean, it's somebody taking your piece of work, your piece of art, and changing it. He's got to be very coveted over that. So it'd be interesting to see what his thoughts are.
Oh yeah.
But we've taken a long trip on this. We've got a Darth or a Sith Lord that is trying to run for office here in the Ukraine. So I guess on those notes, Richard, do you want to do any housekeeping?
No. According to this picture, Darth Vader's the one doing the housekeeping because I've got a picture of him ironing.
Darth Vader keeps a clean house.
That's right, he does.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping.
You do the housekeeping.
All right, visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe and leave a review on iTunes and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network.
The best podcast site on the internet that will touch on all kinds of political things. Dark side, light side, Sith, Jedi, anything that's really not controversial, basically, we'll talk about.
The best podcast site in the galaxy.
And also check us out on the Pocket Cast. There's a new app that's on iOS, Android, and Windows phone apps. You can find us on there. I've been using it for a while. It's a really awesome app. And if you were in need for some headbuds, go to tweakedaudio.com, use the promo code LOBarmy, and you'll get 33% off.
Who doesn't love 33% off?
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No. Because
no! All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
You will eat the beaver.
Yeah. By the internet party.
I waved my hand when I did that. It's hard to, you can't really pantomime.
Hey, you remember how we were supposed to hang out tomorrow night? I'm not going to be able to make it.
No!